big enterprises typically now run a big suite-based product, which is been running for years. Obviously, headless and these new disruptors have come along, and they want to try out those platforms to see what benefit that they can realize from them. And with platforms like Contentstack, you can do that so quickly. There's no lengthy procurement. There's obviously you're only paying for what you actually need. You can leverage things like Jamstack, cloud hosting, stuff that's really, really cheap and also really, really quick to spin up. And then just prove out that sort of ROI, and then really test and learn. So you can start really small. Almost over time, just migrate the whole system in pieces rather than doing a huge big bang. And then obviously the cost and will scale as you actually grow, rather than being one obviously huge contract where you have to predict everything up front, and then you obviously get nasty surprises with that. One of the problems that I've certainly seen is people develop content-based solutions, I guess assuming that it's just for a website. And as we all know, that's really, not the case nowadays. And that really forced people into a trap. So they build content as if it was kind of desktop publishing almost. They're not thinking about the structure of that content. They're not thinking about anything but the siloed line of business that they're using it for. And that causes problems, especially when you try and reverse engineer that content to use those channels. Delving deep into those hidden costs, what's it going to cost you to keep that platform current with the suite? How many developer hours are you going to lose by keeping it up to date? And when things get deprecated as well, you're essentially at the behest of the roadmap of that suite vendor all the way through. And if there's something that they do that you don't like, and that may mean that you end up having to retire the platform in its entirety. Something which stacks, you don't have that problem. If one of the bits changes that you don't like the roadmap from that vendor, for example, you can just swap it out using it's a standard integration protocol and approach. So it should be relatively painless just to take that out, which again, is a positive impact on the total cost of ownership.